What's going on? Tyler Roicki here, and welcome back to my vlog. We're behind the wheel right now of my 2014 Porsche 911 Turbo, and we're doing that because I'm going to take you along the journey with me. That's what we're doing right here, and I'm going to share a little bit more context of, where I am today, how I got to this point, what it is that I'm going to be sharing and showcasing more with you right here on the channel going forward. My hope is that you take something away from that you can apply in your career, if not your business, if not your life. I mean, maybe you don't have a business, but maybe you can take some of the principles of what I've done and what I'm doing going forward to help you build and grow in the direction that you envision taking things from here on out for yourself. 10 years ago, just for some context, I mean, real estate is what I do. I live, breathe, sleep, and eat real estate. And my biggest goal when I got started in the industry 9.5 years ago was to figure out how to make six figures. And today, I do that in my sleep, literally. Before I get out of bed each morning, I know for a fact I'm going to clear six figures this year in real estate if I do nothing else. So it doesn't require me to go out and show clients properties or to take any listings or anything. I mean, if I do any of those things myself, that just adds to the income I'm already going to build. And the reason I've earned that is because I've built an organization of real estate agents and brokers that spans the map, and I'm getting compensated out of the broker side of the deal based on that organization I've built. So I've brought some significant revenue into my brokerage, and we have a revenue sharing platform where I get upside for, I mean, it's a team building model, but I get compensated based on the contribution I've made to the agents who I personally work with, as well as those who have become leaders in the mix. Ultimately, that's how I get compensated. At this point, I make a great income. I mean, it's really surpassed my initial goal when I got started, was just to figure out how to do that each and every single year without becoming a doctor, an attorney, or any of those things that I didn't really see myself doing. I saw real estate as an opportunity. And if you asked me 9.5 years ago when I was getting started if I ever thought that was a possibility, I might have said yes through like rental properties or something, but I've done that just by building a business and having the right business model. I've done it. But the reason I am going to be posting more on this channel and documenting things is because I want to document the process of taking what I've already done and taking it to the absolute next level. So what I'm going to be doing going forward is sharing more insights into exactly what I'm doing. And to be clear, what is the next level for me? Because a lot of people, I think if they had $100,000 plus a year coming in that they literally didn't have to get out of bed and go and work for this year, I think a lot of people would probably get complacent and they might take a step back. They might see that as a reason not to grow or to continue doing more or becoming more. But for me, I've learned to have bigger goals and to strive for more. And there's several reasons for it. I mean, for me, it started with my love for cars, because the fast, exotic, expensive cars that I've always loved, it's like that was the driving factor. Why do I want to make six figures? It's because I knew that, if I was going to ever be able to own and experience cars like the ones I really like, I've got to figure out a way to become financially successful, above and beyond what your typical career path has to offer. But now that I'm starting to get to experience cars like this 2014 Porsche 911 Turbo, I want to keep expanding and adding to the collection. And I mean, if you asked me 10 years ago, that would probably been the biggest goal. But for me now, the even bigger goal, and let's let it rip. Very light acceleration for the 911 Turbo. But anyway, the bigger thing though is, yeah, I do love cars. I want to continue to grow and expand upon the collection, but I've really seen the benefit personally of being a part of other people's journeys who are seeing real estate as a career path. I've had the good fortune, really the blessing of being able to help dozens of people successfully launch their careers in real estate. I mean, well over a dozen people at this point that are earning well into the six figures in real estate already, just 1 to 3 years into their journey. I mean, some of them are coming up on their 4th year, but there's quite a few people at this point. They're not just earning a good living, they're earning a phenomenal living, and far surpassing what they've done in other career fields up to this point in several instances. And I'm very much looking to build upon that. But an even bigger thing is I've had conversations recently with quite a few people who have been in the industry quite a bit longer than I have. I'm talking people that have been around real estate for 20, sometimes close to 30 years. And it's not uncommon that I'm hearing this past year, 2024, was a very hard year for them, if not the hardest year they've experienced in real estate. And I'm very blessed to be able to say that although some of the agents I worked with could say the same thing, there's quite a few that, again, they've been around the industry a couple of years, 3 years maybe, and they've literally had their best year this past year in a market where some of the most seasoned veterans out there are really struggling to make things happen and to, you know, earn what they've been accustomed to up to this point. And so I figure that, hey, if I share more on this channel here and just document more of what I'm doing, how I'm going about it, that it will serve as a great reference point. Because my personal goal, at least the next milestone financially, is to scale my business from 6 figures a year in personal income to 7 figures a year in personal income. And I think there's probably a lot of people out there like myself at one point in time that might not have ever known or really imagined or seen a path that was possible for them. And if over the course of making these vlogs, you know, which, I mean, this is not number 2, but I see this being something that at some point there will probably be well over 100 vlogs I make. If that positively affects one person, if it causes one person to recognize and unlock that opportunity to lean into and start building a sales organization or a business like the one I've built, and if I can contribute to that by documenting it right here on the channel, I mean, for me, having done that will be worth it. I'm also hoping, though, that in addition to that, that some of y'all, I mean, maybe that's not your path, but maybe there's some element of the lessons I'm learning, the bits and pieces I'm sharing along the way that can contribute positively to you. For you, I mean, maybe it means that you end up getting an investment property and better understanding what the opportunity with real estate looks like. Some of you, it might be, I mean, maybe we connect and, you know, I help you on this career path you're on. Maybe it turns to real estate at some point, or maybe, I mean, some of y'all could probably take these lessons and apply them to different industries that you're building your sales business within. Maybe you're in car sales, maybe you're in door-to-door sales, pest control, solar, and maybe you're doing phenomenal there, but, you know, is that gonna be your forever role or place? Or, you know, maybe real estate's gonna be calling your name in the future. Maybe you're aware, or maybe you don't even know that up to this point. But point is, if I'm sharing and showcasing what I'm doing, what I'm building, what's working for me, maybe we cross paths at some point. You know, maybe I help you get into a property or help you connect with a member of my team, you know, who would speak to your goals. I mean, shoot, maybe we join forces and end up working together in the future. I don't know what it leads to, but I know this, that I think sharing my journey for the right people is going to do more good than, you know, the harm of having done it. I know here and there, probably there's going to be people that comment that hate, that don't resonate with what I'm doing or how, you know, how I'm sharing it or openly sharing. It's like, Tyler, I mean, I bet there's going to be a lot of doubters, a lot of naysayers, but it's not who this is for. This is for those of you who are going to put your best foot forward and learn. And so I figured it's like, hey, you see this relatively young guy, you see the Porsches, you see whatever the expanding collection y'all will see in the time ahead. But, you know, I don't want to just show up and, you know, despite the fact this is when I'm starting documenting things, I don't want to show up at some point and you to not be able to relate because you just see all this nice stuff, but you don't really understand the context of how it all came together. So hence the video, the vlogs. I'll talk more about how I got to where I am today and what I've done and what I'm currently doing. But the bigger focus and emphasis is, okay, week in, week out, from here on out, what am I doing to build upon it? How can someone who's making a healthy 6 figures a year, or in my situation, doing that without literally even trying at this point, how do you take that and grow that and take that to the next level? How do you do things that a lot of people might not even recognize a path to do, even in an industry as lucrative as real estate? How do you take that to the next level? And so, as I said, I'm taking you on the journey with me. So if you're watching, I want to hear from you. I want to interact with you. I want to know where you're at on the journey. So drop me a comment if you have the opportunity. Otherwise, follow me along. I'll be sharing in other mediums too as well. I've got obviously a vlog here. I've got a blog I'm launching. It's going to be different content. I've got an email list I'm building that I'm going to be communicating with, pretty much every single week. I have some emails going out this week, but point is, stay connected with me, whether you like the videos, whether you're more of a reader, you want to follow the blog, or you want to see email updates and insights from me, or maybe you just follow me along on social media, Instagram, what have you. I want to stay connected with you. I want to add some value to you. And if at some point our paths cross in some kind of way, maybe I have the opportunity to make a connection for you in real estate, or maybe we connect further and do some business together on some level. That's what I'm doing this for, is that at some point in time when you think of real estate, or when you think of really taking your real estate business to the next level, if you're in it, I'm hoping that we have an opportunity to connect, to see what comes of that conversation. But for now, thank you for watching the second installment of my vlog series. Lots more to come. Stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss some of what I have to share in the future. But until next time, I will see you later.